Another lovely day at Bolgham.
It's a beautiful day, a bit windy.
How do you feel about the reports that have been out this morning from the geological surveys? And
Well, we knew about this about 2 weeks ago. We knew that they'd done this survey, they'd found this tight oil, and we just wondered how long they were going to hold back the release of the news before they announced it. So we should have guessed it would come out on the day
when there's a big news story.
When there's a big news story, they've done their best to bury it, but I'm delighted to say they haven't buried it completely. But it makes my distrust, cynicism about politicians and their timing even greater.
Judicial review over the West Sussex County Council decision.
Could be. We don't know yet. Our lawyers have sent West Sussex County Council a letter inviting them to reply to, I think it's 8 points where they felt that the process had not been properly gone through.
Yeah.
And have said at the end of the letter that if they don't have a reply within 2 weeks, and I think that date is about the 30th of this month, they will institute proceedings, so a judicial review will start.
Do you think that other councils are going to take note of that and be worried that perhaps the same thing will happen if they make decisions in other areas? I mean, Stoke-on-Trent have just declined the licences up there for coal bed methane.
I think they will take note, certainly. I mean, I would be very wary if I was a council of committing ratepayers' money to that kind of judicial process. I would certainly try to do it much more precisely than West Sussex County Council did it, we feel, and our lawyers agree with us. So yes, I think councils will be very careful about what they do about lying this through, because there are certain aspects of the decision that were not properly considered.
And how do you feel about the increase to £800,000 of compensation now from £100,000? Do you think that makes any difference?
I read a very interesting paper this morning by some academics about it was in fact talking about nuclear waste, but when is compensation bribery and when can it really, truly be referred to as compensation? And one of the things that it said was that there are very few instances when giving people money can be looked at as anything other than bribery. Providing new schools, new facilities, that kind of thing, that could be compensation of a more public use, but just giving people money, that smacks of bribery.
And £800,000, it's when you put it into perspective, what would it buy you in regard to a property in Bolgham?
It might buy 2 of the smaller houses, I suppose. The larger houses, I'm sure, are over £1 million. So we're talking about under £1 million for the entire community. It's peanuts.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much indeed, Charles.
Pleasure.
Again. Thank you, sir.